Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samar News. Here are today's headlines. Libya's Army Chief of Staff, Mohammed Ahmed al-Haddad, and 4 senior military officials died in a plane crash near Ankara, Turkey. 3 crew members were also killed. Initial investigations point to a technical failure, with sabotage ruled out. Libyan Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Dbeibeh called the incident a tragic accident and declared 3 days of national mourning. Al-Haddad, a key figure in UN-brokered efforts to unify Libya, was traveling with a delegation when the private jet crashed shortly after takeoff. The other officers killed include General Al-Fituri Garibil, Brigadier General Mahmoud al-Katawi, Mohammed al-Asawi Diab, and military photographer Muhammad Omar Ahmed Mahjoub. A bomb in Moscow kills 2 police officers and a civilian near the location where Lieutenant General Fanil Savarov was killed days earlier. Russian authorities opened criminal investigations, suspecting the device was triggered by a suspicious man. Russia blames Ukraine for the general's killing. No comment from Kyiv. The U.S. Supreme Court blocks President Trump from sending National Guard troops to the Chicago area, upholding a lower court order that deemed the deployment unlawful. Trump argued the troops were needed to protect federal personnel and property amid protests. But Illinois officials said demonstrations were mostly peaceful. The court noted presidential authority over the National Guard applies only in exceptional circumstances. 3 conservative justices, Alito, Thomas, and Gorsuch, dissented. Gold surges past $4,500 an ounce for the first time, silver hit $72.70, and platinum reached $2,377.50 as investors flocked to metals amid expectations of U.S. interest rate cuts and geopolitical tensions. Gold is up over 70% YTD, silver over 150%, and platinum about 160%, marking historic gains. Analysts say gold could reach $5,000 and silver $80 in the next 6 to 12 months. New South Wales has enacted Australia's toughest gun restrictions and sweeping anti-protest measures following the Bondi Beach mass shooting that killed 15. The legislation allows police to ban public protests for up to 3 months after a terrorism declaration and restricts symbols or speech linked to prohibited organizations. Critics, including Palestinian, Jewish, and Indigenous groups, plan constitutional challenges, calling the laws rushed and targeting solidarity expressions. Russian President Vladimir Putin has been briefed on U.S. proposals for a possible Ukraine peace deal following contacts between Kremlin envoy Kirill Dmitriev and representatives of President Donald Trump, the Kremlin said. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Russia would now formulate its position, but refused to discuss Moscow's reaction or the format of the documents, stressing that talks would not be conducted through the media. The US Justice Department has released nearly 29,000 pages of new documents linked to late financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, along with dozens of video clips, many heavily redacted. The disclosure follows a new transparency law passed by Congress, even as President Donald Trump has played down the significance of the files. US President Donald Trump has unveiled an ambitious naval expansion plan, announcing at least 3 new aircraft carriers, up to 15 submarines, and a new Trump-class battleship fleet. The ships, built with US steel, will feature hypersonic weapons and advanced systems, with construction planned for the early 2030s. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samar.tv. Thank you for watching Samar News.